Hey y'all, welcome to Daily Video Game News, your daily dose of gaming news. Fast, fresh, and straight to the point. If you love staying up to date with the gaming world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Today is Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. And we've got a lot to cover in the world of gaming. As always, links to all our sources are in the description below if you want to dive deeper. Now, let's get into the news. Tetris's iconic soundtrack, now available on Nintendo Music. One of gaming's most recognizable tunes is now streamable for Nintendo Switch online subscribers. Both the Game Boy and NES versions of Tetris have been added to the Nintendo Music app, alongside a batch of tracks from Dr. Mario. If you're a subscriber, you can listen on your phone for free. New NES side-scroller smashes Kickstarter goal. A brand new action-adventure game for the NES, Mala Sombra, has absolutely crushed its Kickstarter goal. The game focuses on a young wizard who can shapeshift into animals like a frog, squirrel, or goose to solve puzzles. It's being developed by 4 MHz, a Spanish team known for Amstrad CPC games. If you're into retro homebrew titles, this one looks promising. Palmer Luckey teases a new Nintendo 64 console. VR pioneer Palmer Luckey, creator of Oculus Rift, is working on a new FPGA-based Nintendo 64 console. He recently teased the project on social media with a cryptic Matrix reference and a poll for the system's logo. This means Luckey is set to compete with Analog 3D, another upcoming FPGA-based N64 clone. With retro gaming hardware booming, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Analog 3D delayed to July 2025. Speaking of Analog 3D, the highly anticipated FPGA-based Nintendo 64 clone has been delayed. Originally set for the first quarter of 2025, the company now says it'll ship in July 2025 instead. If you pre-ordered, don't worry. Analog is offering full refunds if you decide you don't want to wait. PUBG is getting a huge current-gen overhaul. If you've dropped off PUBG, you might want to keep an eye on this. Developer Krafton has announced that PUBG will be getting a full upgrade for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S in late 2025. The game will be rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5, promising improved visuals, faster loading times, and better performance across the board. After years of updates, this could be the refresh PUBG needs to stay relevant in the Battle Royale scene. Half-Life 2 RTX demo is out now. Fans of Half-Life 2 can now experience the game like never before. A community-made RTX remaster is available for free on Steam, featuring ray tracing, DLSS 4, and new high-res textures. The demo includes 2 iconic levels, Ravenholm and Nova Prospect. So if you have a beefy GPU, now's the time to revisit this classic. Helldivers 2 patch brings balance changes. A major Helldivers 2 patch has arrived, bringing balance changes, bug fixes, and a brand new warbond with a space cowboy theme. The new makes key balance adjustments to weapons and stratagems while improving enemy AI response times in high-density combat scenarios. However, developer Arrowhead warns this could come at a slight cost to game performance. The Last of Us Season 2 brings more infected and the return of spores. HBO's The Last of Us Season 2 is set to be even more intense. Showrunners Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann confirm more infected this time, including stalkers, a smarter and deadlier variant. Spores are also making a comeback, hinting at a dramatic reason for their inclusion. Season 2 premieres April 13th, featuring Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey, and new cast members like Caitlin Dever as Abby. The season will have 7 episodes, with at least 1 being extra long. And that wraps up today's quick news roundup. Now let's dive into our top gaming news. Assassin's Creed Shadows receives positive reviews. After multiple delays and plenty of speculation about Ubisoft's future, Assassin's Creed Shadows is finally set to launch later this week. And with that, the first wave of reviews is now in, and they're looking solid. Early impressions from critics suggest that Shadows is a strong addition to the Assassin's Creed franchise. Here's what some major gaming outlets are saying. IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, saying that while Shadows may not convert those who never enjoyed Assassin's Creed, longtime fans will appreciate its refined mechanics. IGN calls it a refreshing realignment of the series that shouldn't be skipped. VGC gave it a 4 out of 5, saying that the long-awaited journey to feudal Japan delivers in style with an excellent gameplay loop, compelling narrative, and a massive, beautiful world. VGC notes that while it may not be the game that saves Ubisoft, it certainly brings confidence back to the Assassin's Creed franchise. Currently, Assassin's Creed Shadows holds an impressive 83 on Metacritic with 70 critic reviews. Stay tuned as more player feedback rolls in after launch. Sakurai says Japanese developers should prioritize domestic audiences. Legendary game designer Masahiro Sakurai, the mastermind behind Super Smash Bros. And Kirby, has shared his thoughts on the future of Japanese game development. His stance? Japanese studios should focus on making games for their domestic audience rather than catering to Western tastes. Speaking to Japanese entertainment site Entax, Sakurai explained that Western players seek out Japanese games precisely because they offer something distinct from Western-developed titles. According to him, there's no need for Japanese studios to create Americanized games. He acknowledges that in the past, there was a trend of emulating Western styles due to their popularity. However, today, he believes that Japanese developers should make the games they personally enjoy, trusting that global audiences will appreciate their uniqueness. Sakurai's comments come shortly after he received the Art Encouragement Prize for New Artists, awarded by the Japanese government for his YouTube series Masahiro Sakurai on Creating Games. The award recognizes his contributions to educating aspiring developers worldwide. Palworld developer reacts to Nintendo lawsuit. The developers of Palworld have spoken out about the day they discovered Nintendo was taking legal action against them. Pocket Pair's global community manager John Buckley described the moment as a very depressing day, revealing that the lawsuit forced them to scale back certain plans, including their Tokyo Game Show presence. Nintendo has accused Palworld of infringing on multiple patent rights, particularly regarding mechanics like capturing creatures with Pokeball-style devices and riding them. The company is seeking an injunction and damages worth 5 million yen, around $33,000. Pocket Pair insists they conducted legal checks before Palworld's release and were initially cleared. However, Nintendo's lawsuit specifically targets patents, which took the team by surprise. For now, the lawsuit is limited to Japan, but Pocket Pair plans to contest it in court. Meanwhile, Palworld continues to receive updates, including an upcoming Terraria crossover and an ending scenario for players looking for a true conclusion to their adventure. God of War TV series already renewed for Season 2. Amazon's upcoming God of War TV series hasn't even aired yet, but it's already been renewed for a second season. The news comes from showrunner Ronald D. Moore, known for Battlestar Galactica, who revealed in an interview that Amazon had committed to 2 seasons of the adaptation. Moore joined the project in late 2023 after the departure of the original creative team. Despite the shakeup, key figures from God of War's development remain involved, including Cory Barlog from Sony Santa Monica and PlayStation Productions' Asad Chiselbash. While no release date has been announced, Amazon's adaptation is expected to follow the 2018 God of War game, featuring Kratos and Atreus navigating Norse mythology. Ark 2 developer finally acknowledges the missing sequel. Remember Ark 2? The game was announced back at the Game Awards 2020 with an over-the-top CGI trailer starring Vin Diesel. But since then? Almost complete radio silence. However, we now have a small update. Studio Wildcard has just announced Ark Lost Colony, a new expansion for Ark Survival Evolved. This expansion is set to bridge the story between Ark's extinction and Genesis expansions and lead directly into Ark 2, whenever that arrives. The expansion features Michelle Yeoh's character from the Ark animated series and is set to release this June for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S at $30. But as for Ark 2 itself, there's still no confirmed release date. Studio Wildcard initially promised it for 2023, then pushed it to late 2024. But with no mention of the game in their latest roadmap, fans are questioning if it will ever see the light of day. That's it for today's gaming news. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. I'll be back tomorrow with more gaming news, so stay tuned. Until then, happy gaming.